Valere and Zale, children of the Solstice, face their fated duty to become Solstice Warriors in the soon-to-be-released game from Sabotage Studios, Sea of Stars. Valere and Zale's journey includes their mastery of sun and moon powers as they must learn to combine their strengths to cast powerful Eclipse Magic. Their lone force they wield is capable of defeating the monstrous creations of an evil alchemist known as the Fleshmancer. Sabotage Studios set out to make a turn-based RPG that would pay homage to the great games of the 90s in the same vein. Engaging turn-based combat, unshackled traversal, a story-rich adventure, and a world you can touch are all descriptors that have been used to emphasize what this game is said to contain. With the demo available, one only need to download and play to get an idea if these descriptors ring true. After watching the trailer, downloading the demo, and playing it for myself, I can say that this game, so far, is living up to what it is claiming to be. It has great characters, a great introduction to the story, fluid combat, beautiful worlds, and music that is top-notch. While I did only play the demo, I reached an hour without even realizing it. Here are a few areas I will go over to give you an idea of what you can expect and experience in the coming days. Sea of Stars is developed and published by Sabotage Studios. It is a prequel to The Messenger, which is the flagship game of Sabotage. However, it is set thousands of years before the events of The Messenger. Going into this game, I was skeptical that it wouldn't keep my interest. Not that the game would be boring, but because I typically do not play these RPG style games. However, I figured I would give it a try considering it is in the same universe as The Messenger and I had been hearing good things about it. The story for the demo starts with you and your companions setting down on an island trying to get to Wraith Island. They are in search of a ship to get them there, so they begin their journey towards ground level to the nearest port. Fast forwarding, they have struck a deal with a group of pirates that will take them, but only if they win in an arm wrestling match, which of course they do not. So they must fetch an item from a scientist's lab. This is where the majority of the first experience with combat takes place. The graphics are very clean. While it is a pixel art style reminiscent of Stardew Valley, it stands on its own with the unique use of color and dimension to create an appealing aesthetic for the characters and environments. The music is really great because it blends a fantasy, subtle atmospheric mood with an intensity that is familiar in most RPGs of yesteryear. The mechanics are straightforward. Being that it is turn-based, the structure is similar to other RPGs. There was an ability to block attacks that I could not figure out, but the ability to strategize how to restore health and when to use who and what attacks on enemies was seamless. The demo is straightforward. It drops you somewhere in the story, most likely not too far from the beginning, and while some key details are left out, there is enough information provided to understand the task. Get the relic that is required for the pirate crew to take you to your destination. There was one moment in the demo where I was able to level up, but while there is some subtle exploration, most of the areas were linear and leveling didn't advance too much. I cannot confirm or deny if the lack of exploration is simply because I was playing a demo. The demo provided a pace that allowed me to get right into the story and action, which was vital for a player like me because I am not one who has a depth of game experience in these RPGs. In terms of technical performance, I did not encounter any issues with the demo. The gameplay and environments loaded as well as saved without issue. My final impressions for this demo are simply this. For a gamer that just does not and really hasn't in the past played much of these style of RPGs, I can say that this is a must play for me. I really enjoyed my experience with the game, and while the final boss kicked my butt, unexpectedly I might add, had me ready to dive in despite having to write this script. I was absolutely ready to jump back in and just continue the story. I am absolutely going to play this game for a deeper dive into it to give my impressions and hopefully an overall review. Sea of Stars is slated to be released on the 29th of August, which is approximately 2 days at the time of writing, recording, and publishing this video. It will be available on PC, PlayStation, Switch, and Xbox Game Pass.